In a very small village, there lived a very young boy named Emeka. He was an orphan. He had never seen his mother in his life and he always longed to meet her. Emeka lived with his grandmother, Mama Ugo, who loved him but couldn't replace a mother's presence in his life. Emeka's friend's mother showed him extra love and would bring him gifts, which made his friend jealous. One day, when Emeka and his friends were playing, a boy named Eze, who had always mocked Emeka, got angry. Eze's mother called out to Emeka for help. Eze was missing. Emeka went to her and confirmed that Eze is outside playing. That was just the story summary of everything that will happen on this story. Emeka, the boy who has never seen his mother in life. So now this is the full story in detail. Once upon a time, in a small village in Nigeria, there lived a young boy named Emeka. Emeka was an orphan who had never seen his mother in his entire life. He had been longed to see his mother's face and feel her warm embrace. Emeka lived with his grandmother, Mama Ugo, who had taken care of him since he was a baby. She loved him dearly and did her best to provide for him, but she could never replace the presence of a mother in Emeka's life. Emeka's life without his mother was like hell and normally cry anytime he sees his friend laughing with their own mother while he sits quietly in pain and agony. Emeka is loved by other people's mother like his friend mother and find their son in Emeka to an extent that whenever they return from market or anywhere, they would surely get something for Emeka along with their own children. Because Emeka was a very young, kind-hearted good boy who cares for other people's feelings and never wants to hurt anybody's feelings. This made Emeka more sad anytime the mothers of other people's children get something for him. This made his friends so sad and jealous because it seems like their own mother now loves Emeka more than them. So one fateful day, Emeka and his friend were all playing together in the village when a boy named Eze got very angry. What made Eze angry? Eze was a very rude boy and he has been one of those boys who would always mock Emeka as a child without a mother. He always asks Emeka, "Show me your mother, let me see how she looks." Then he would laugh with his accomplice. So that very day, Eze's mother came back from the market and shouted, "Eze, Eze, Eze, Eze." But Eze didn't answer. When she called out to Emeka, Emeka immediately answered and hurried to her. Emeka looked laughing at him, good Samaritan, just to get good things from people's parents. Emeka ignored Eze and went to answer his call. Then Eze's mother told Emeka to please help me take these bags into my house. Besides, where is my son Eze? She asked Emeka. He said Eze is playing outside and said he was with you, right? Emeka said, "Yes, Mama. We all were playing together at the back." She said, "But I called out to him before you. Only you answered." Emeka said he is coming, trying to feel for Eze. But Eze's mom was like, "Emeka, my son, don't try to protect Eze. He's a very bad and rude child. I even prepare you to that my boy called my son." I'm sure he heard my voice clearly, but he decides to ignore. Anyways, no problem, Emeka. I was about to give you both this okpa I bought from the market. It was very sweet, so I decided to get some for the both of you, as Eze proved to be too stubborn today of all times. Then only you, Emeka, can have it. Unknown to them that Emeka was spying on them both. Hearing all their conversation, then Emeka said, "Thanks, Mama," kneeling down to thank her. Then she said, "It's okay, my son. mistake as Emeka was stretching his hand to collect the okpa. Eze came out from an unknown location and jacked the okpa from his hand and threw it on the ground, saying, "Mama, if you can't give it to me, then even his motherless boy will not have it, then let it waste." Emeka cries as his stomach grumbled in hunger, pain and agony. Eze's mother was heartbroken as Emeka ran out of that place in pain, crying, thinking, had it been he had a mother. Then it was a Mother's Sunday in Emeka's church when it was time for all the children to come and sing, dance for their own mother, while the mothers give their children gifts. While the women give their children gifts, then Emeka came out so happy. Then they all start dancing, jubilating until it's time for mothers to gift their children for dancing. All mothers gave their children gifts like sweets and biscuits and noodles and many more. When all children's tray was filled, only Emeka's tray was empty. Emeka cried as his tray was empty, "Because I have no mom." Emeka went back to his seat crying. So one good woman named Mama Ada came and filled Emeka's tray with so many things. That made Emeka happy. So Emeka smiled and thanked her for that as she wiped away his tears. Every day, Emeka would think, "What has happened to my mom? Where is my mother? What happened to her? Is she dead? If she is dead, then what killed my mother?" As Emeka grew older, his curiosity about his mother intensified. He would often gaze at the old family photo Mama Ugo has kept, hoping to catch a glimpse of his mother's face. He would ask Mama Ugo countless questions about his mother, hoping to gather any information that would bring him closer to her. One day, as Emeka was rummaging through some old boxes in the attic, he stumbled upon a letter addressed to him. It was written by his mother, Emeka, who had passed away shortly after giving birth to him. The letter explained the circumstances that had led to Emeka being separated from his mother. According to the letter, Emeka was a young woman who had fallen in love with a man from a neighboring village. They had planned to marry and raise their child together, but tragedy struck when their lover died in a terrible accident. Devastated and unable to cope with the loss, Emeka decided to leave the village and seek solace in a distant city. Emeka had left Emeka in the care of Mama Ugo, her own mother, with the hope that one day she would return to him. However, life in the city was hard, and Emeka struggled to make ends meet. She had written the letter to Emeka in the hopes that he would understand her reason for leaving and forgive her for not being there. Emeka was overwhelmed with a mix of emotions as he read the letter. He felt a deep sadness for the loss of his mother and a sense of longing to have known her. But he also felt a sense of gratitude for Mama Ugo, who had loved and cared for him as his own mother. Determined to learn more about his mother, Emeka set off on a journey to a city where she had lived. He wanted to connect with the memories of Emeka and discover more about the woman who had given him life. In the city, Emeka visited the places his mother had mentioned in the letter. He spoke to people who had known her, hoping to gather any information that they would bring him closer to understanding who she was. He discovered that his mother had been a kind-hearted and hardworking woman, admired by many for her resilience and determination. As Emeka continued his successive search, he stumbled upon an old friend of his mother's. This woman named Aisha had been Emeka's closest confidant. Aisha shared stories of their adventures together and the dream they had for children. She told Emeka about his mother's unwavering love for him, even in his absence. With each story, Emeka felt his connection to his mother grow stronger. He realized that although he had never seen her, her spirit had always been with him. He understood that the love she had for him was immeasurable, and he no longer felt the emptiness that had haunted him for so long. Emeka returned to his village with a newfound sense of peace and understanding. He knew that while he may never physically see his mother, her love would forever be a part of him. He shared his journey and stories he had gathered with Mama Ugo, who shared tears of joy at thoughts of their daughter's love still living on. From that day forward, Emeka embraced his mother's legacy, cherishing the memories she had left behind. He became a beacon of hope.